Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca for another Cupids Brew coffee vlog. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It is the 13th, and here is the Cupids Brew from the All Die. You die, I die, we all die at the All Die. All right, that's a terrible, terrible poem, but okay. Anyways, the Aldi. I always have to say the Aldi. It's the Aldi. But yes, this is what I'm vlogging from and trying every day. Today's flavor is toasted marshmallow. I think I've had this before in another kit. I'm starting having deja vu, or as I like to call it, deja vu. Toasted marshmallow. Oh, look at the little hearts. Although they're making it look like you're having hot chocolate, but you're not. It's just toasted marshmallow. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's get this going. I gotta eat. Here we go. It smells nice. I don't know what a toasted marshmallow smells like, but this does smell kind of nice. Smelling it like it's a wine tasting. Just tastes like burnt coffee to me. Okay, I guess that's the toasted. I'm having plenty of toasted taste. More toasted, less marshmallow. We're erring on the side of the toasted. Okay. I did get moving on to the vlogging part. I got a question yesterday. I got a couple of questions, but the one I'm going to answer today is, how did I get into yoga? Because I'm teaching yoga classes. I'm doing my Valentine's classes, and if you can see, I'm wearing my red leopard joggers. Because it was cold this morning and I needed jogging pants. But also because I thought the color was suitable for Valentine's. I'm also wearing, this was my sister, she just gave this to me. It's got little hearts on it, little pink hearts, little pink guitar. I was like, that'll go with this. It's got hearts on it, right? And I think it says love something on it. It says must love. There we go, rock and roll. There we go. It's my Valentine to my music. There we go. That is today's outfit. My Valentine to my music, because I like my music. And you probably see my guitar back there. I'm cleaning a lot of gear and stuff right now. So yes, I do have a music channel, Rabbit Girl Music, if you haven't checked it out. To the Places, Mortensen, I think, are the songs on there. There might be a live one called Words. I don't know what's on that channel, but those three I wrote. I did a cover of a Bowie song on dulcimer. I play guitar in dulcimer. Yeah. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. That's my Valentine to my music this year. So yeah, I'm teaching lots of heart openers today and tomorrow. I mean, I got started yesterday. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And one of the questions that I got was, how did I get into teaching yoga? Well, I got into yoga, well, it's kind of a long story. I wanted to do yoga when I was young. My mom wanted me to do yoga. She was like, you should try out this yoga thing. She was always trying to encourage me to like do things and be involved and stuff. But she was like, Madonna does yoga. You should totally do yoga. I'm like, oh, okay. So, my mom would watch Oprah with Madonna on it, and she's like, you should totally do yoga because Madonna's doing yoga. I'm like, okay, Mom. But anyway, so she was always like, you should do yoga, and I never tried it. Of course, here back then, where I live now, back then you couldn't really find yoga studios, nothing. So it wasn't like I could like go, okay, I'm gonna try it and just go to the gym or go find a yoga studio. It was kind of not around these parts back then, or maybe it wasn't, I just didn't know where to look. So flash forward years later, a friend of mine had P90X yoga. That was my first yoga, was doing that video, the P90X. Don't do that as your first yoga. It's 90 minutes, it's really long. But yeah, I remember I cursed through most of that. It was like cussing yoga at that point. It's my first yoga, and then I would do a video here and there. I was one of my mom's primary caretakers. She had dementia, so I took care of her, and she got to the point where she was bedridden and stuff. When she passed away, my father had multiple myeloma, so I was taking care of both of them at certain points. But I'd hurt my shoulder, and I went to my PT. I have a friend who's married to a PT, so I went to go see her, and she recommended that I start doing yoga and exercising, because we found out, well, I had a lot of anxiety and depression because I'm taking care of people with health conditions that are kind of stressful. So my mom had just died, and I just started taking care of my dad because his vertebrae was fractured. And then she recommended, she's like, look, you know, you've got dementia, you've got cancer in your family, you've got all these things. And then we found out I had scoliosis, and she's like, and your anxiety, you need to do yoga. I think yoga would probably be a good place for you to start getting more physically active and taking care of yourself. So I started doing, actually, as far as working out, I did like Jillian Michaels Body Revolution. It's like a 90-day thing, and I stayed on like the first couple of weeks forever. And she did like some little yoga moves in them. It wasn't yoga though. And then I was doing a little running, but because of my scoliosis, they were like cut back on the running. And I wasn't a great runner. I just did it just to kind of get out there. And I would do some yoga videos. And then there was a local place here across from where I worked that offered free yoga class once a month, and I went, and I was like, I've never tried it in person, so I went and tried it in person, and I absolutely loved it, and I got hooked, and it really helped with my anxiety, my stress. It helped because my back, I used to have terrible back pain with my scoliosis, and yoga has really helped that. So that's when I got hooked, and then I thought I really want to teach yoga, and I sought out a teacher, and she had actually trained with Doug Swenson. I think she did her 500 or 300 with him, and I was very lucky to find her here locally where I live, and so I trained with her. She's very much, you know, we're going to take our time, we're going to do this over a course of a year, which I appreciated, and she worked around my work schedule, because my work schedule at the time was insane, because I worked in theater. So I was a technician. I worked in production, and when productions weren't going on, I worked in the marketing department, like helping, being people's assistants and stuff. So I just bounced between departments, but I just loved working in that environment. But yeah, she worked around my theater schedule, which is insane. And most yoga trainings do not work around your schedule. It's set. It's like we meet Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can't make it, then you're not going to train. This was before like online stuff, so this is pre-pandemic. So she worked around my schedule, and I trained with her for about a year, and then I just got more and more into it. I love the way she taught. I love the way she cued. She's very much about teaching you how to cue and sequence, and that's probably what I'm more into with my yoga, is sequencing and cueing and trying to figure out modifications and props and stuff for people. But yeah, so that's how I got into teaching yoga. This fall will be I can't believe it's 5 years I've been teaching yoga. Will be this fall. September, I think, is when I got my certification. So I started my training in 2018, and then I finished 2019. So yes, it'll be 5 years this September. So yeah, that's how I got into it. Anxiety, stress. I get a lot of anxiety. Dealing with low mood, depression. You know, grieving. You know, when you have someone who's going through dementia, you grieve twice. You lose them when they're alive, because they're losing their memory. They're losing parts of themselves, their personalities, and then you grieve them again when they pass away. So I was dealing with a lot. So yeah, like I said, the first time I went to Shavasana, and the teacher, and an in-person class, and the teacher's like, just release everything. I cried. And they say that that's kind of, a lot of people do that the first time they go into Shavasana, or if they're going through a lot of stuff and they go into Shavasana, like that release can cause people to have kind of like an emotional response. But yes, that's how I got into yoga, and yoga has helped me out a lot. So yeah, if you haven't tried the yoga, I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. There are people that either get hooked or they don't get hooked. I have people that go, I can't hold poses that long, I can't do that. I'm like, okay, I get it. But then there's other people that, you know, they're really into it. I teach a fusion class. I have some people that are like, I can't do a regular yoga class. I can't concentrate. I'm all over the place. I'm like, well, that's the point of doing it. But I understand. So they like the fusion class a little more, so they get, you know, some benefits out of it. So it's kind of like like the bridge to the yoga. So, but a fusion class is not like a pure yoga class. And people who like their pure yoga classes, a lot of them don't like the fusion class And you have some they're like, I like it all, I don't care. And then you have those that just like fusion class and not like the regular yoga classes. But yes, that's how I got into yoga. That is my ramblings for today. So what did we learn? We learned Rebecca was a caregiver to her parents, and she had a lot of stress and scoliosis and you know, family health history. It was all suggested that she try yoga, and she did. She got really into it and did a training, became a teacher about 5 years ago, and still teaching my Valentine's class, doing my Valentine's vlogging on my channel, having the toasted marshmallow. Let's take one more taste. Erring on the toasted side, not the marshmallow side. Maybe if I add sugar, maybe it'll swing, the pendulum will swing back to the marshmallow side. So yes, those are my ramblings today. Tomorrow's Valentine's. Wednesday's like the most insane day. I'm just like bouncing. I have 6 classes tomorrow, 6 classes, and 2 of them are yoga sculpt classes. So it's insane. It's just go, go, go. So I will try to squeeze one of these in at some point tomorrow. I've just got to find a coffee maker on the road, and because right now I don't have a thermos. I don't have my thermos with me. I'm kind of in you know, in between places. So, yeah. So I'll try to figure that out. So I will see you tomorrow. I hope you get lots of candy and chocolates and stuff before I see you then. So if you're doing Valentine's a day early, enjoy yourself. Even if you're not with somebody and you're by yourself, treat yourself. Get yourself a box of chocolates. Go get yourself some dinner. You don't need somebody to celebrate. Love yourself. Be your own Valentine. All right, that's enough of my ramblings. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you tomorrow.